What's up, Marie?
How much? I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? There's nobody in there right now. We are driving down the highway. Y'all want to check it out? Let me see. Let me see if I can switch your phone the other way. I don't know if I can or not. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's better than looking at me. So check it out, y'all. We're driving down the highway. It's been a rainy, foggy, drizzly, crappy. Honestly, it's better than being really hot. But we went to Hutchinson, Kansas, which is about 2 hours away from where we live. And I decorated my great-grandfather's grave that I don't know why, but for some reason I only seen him one time that I can remember. And I got the mind-blowing experience when we got there and I found my great-grandfather's grave. There was 13 other headstones with the last name Wagoner, which really shocked me because I didn't even know there was that many Wagoners at all that ever existed. But they're all right there together. So I know they're all family with each other because they were all right there together. So they're pretty crazy. So we put some flowers on my great-grandfather's grave. His name was Clyde. He passed away in 1969. So I was born in 62. So 7. I was 7 years old when he passed away. Which is, like I say, it's a trip, man, because, hey guys, what's going on? I'm driving down the road. But yeah, so we left our house at about a little bit before noon. And we're still not home yet. We're about maybe, I'd say about 40 minutes from our house still. Hey, what's going on, William? I thought I'd do a live, show you guys what it looks like in Kansas. There's my wife over here. That's Marie.
Hi, guys.
My dog's back there in the kennel. He's been good for once. And, I mean, usually he's whining and throwing a fit, but he's been doing real good. So this little town we're going through right here is called Hoisington, Kansas. Don't play any music because they'll give me a copyright on my video. Go ahead, just turn it off, please. I don't know why, but my wife always does that. Every time I try to make a live video, she starts watching stuff on her phone. Ask her why, because I have no idea why. But anyways, we're driving through a little road construction here. And, but yeah, we went over to another cemetery where my grandfather is buried. He passed away in his 50s. With colon cancer. So people in my family unfortunately don't live to be that old, but I'm gonna beat them all, man. My plan is to live to be real close to 100. I figure if I shoot for 100, maybe I'll end up like in the 90s. So what did you guys do this Memorial weekend? Did y'all get out and decorate some graves, or maybe have a cookout or something? Let's give this thing a little gas, huh? Let's pick up some speed here. Yeah. I'm a speed demon. Yeah, we just made a day out of it. I have a full-size cargo van that I used when I was in business, and I made it into a camper. I put a bed in the back, a queen-size bed. We have a portable toilet, but we didn't bring it with us today. But we got an ice chest back there, and we got a kennel for the dog. I got my guitar with me, but I didn't get a chance to play it. This is 3 years in a row I took my guitar to the cemetery and I was going to play it. And 3 years in a row I brought my guitar home without playing it. It was windy, it was raining, kind of a drizzle rain. So I said, there's no way I'm taking my guitar out in that crap. I'm not doing that. I thought about sitting in the van and playing it, but just, I don't know, not enough room. That looked pretty cool, me driving down the highway. I got my JBL party speaker in here. So we've been jamming out. I Bluetoothed my phone to the speaker and we've been jamming. Let's see what the wheat looks like. That's wheat. That's a wheat field. The wheat this year is looking real good. The farmers are going to have a nice crop. It's already starting to turn color. So they plant the wheat in the fall. And then during the winter, they call it winter wheat. During the winter, with the snow and everything, it starts to... the seeds start to grow, and then in the spring it grows up, and by August, I think, or maybe even earlier now, July or August. Check out this house right here. This house is very cool. Yeah, by like I think maybe like the end of July or beginning of August, they start to harvest. They usually have they do have a big party every year. Pretty close to where we live, they have a big party for after the harvest. And you can go out there and they have free like hot dogs and watermelon, and they shoot off fireworks. All kinds of good stuff. We're gonna give her hell, man. That's how I drive. I drive the same way I play guitar. Crazy. I drive crazy. Someone says this is dangerous. Dangerous, man. We're dangerous people. Hey, we got our seatbelts on. Come on, man. I even got my crash helmet on. What? I got my fender hat on. That's my crash helmet. Well, if I die, today I got my Fender hat and I got my guitar with me, so be it. Can't live forever, man. It's windy out here. That wind is whipping my van, whipping it around. See what the traffic's like over here? We went to California in December. Holy crap, man. Talk about crazy. We were right in the Los Angeles area. Los Angeles, Long Beach, Whittier, Orange County. Right down there by Compton. Man, you talk about traffic, wow.
Compton, where all the gangsters are.
Oh man, I'm telling you. We were up in a straight up ghetto, man. Yes, there were hookers on every corner. I'm not joking with you, man. They really were, but they were not good looking hookers. I imagine they were going broke. I tell you what, I'd never go with them. That's for sure. I don't think I could get that drunk. Right, here comes a car, man. You see it? Woo. People around here drive big pickups. That's their thing, man. Everyone wants to have either a great big pickup sitting way up in the air, or a big old SUV. They want to drive the biggest SUV they make, or the biggest pickup they make. And then they complain about their tags, and they complain about the gas. But you guys, I was going to make some videos at the cemetery. I thought that'd be cool, man, to play some old country music and some Christian music. Oh, your big toenail fell off. That's cool, man. Oh, this kid was telling me that his toenail looked like a cyclops, and he just told me that it fell off. It smells funny. Well, spray some cologne on it, man. Put some powder on it or something, or maybe put a sock on.
Peroxide.
Oh, some peroxide. My wife said put some peroxide on it. There you go. We're cruising down the highway. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Let's see, look to the wiper. I need new wiper blades. We got 12 people driving with us. So when we left the cemetery, like I said earlier, I was really freaked out, man. I mean, it kind of blew my mind. I had no idea there were that many Wagoners. To see like 13 of them buried all together in one area. But all these people, like, they passed away in the 40s and the 50s. I think the latest one was in the 80s. Maybe. Most of them though were like in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. And I had no idea that they were even out there. But when we were driving home, I told my wife, I said, I feel like all of their spirits are in the van with us. You know, like that movie or that TV show Ghost. Hey, is that ours? That's not our turn, is it?
No.
Sure, I sure hope not.
Oh, no.
Well, we're on North 281. This is the highway that goes to our house. So, we're all good, man. Yeah, we all good. But we just been taking our time all day. We went to this little Mexican store and got some Mexican cookies. Y'all, any of y'all ever try the Mexican cookies? If you have a Mexican store around where you live, go get some, they call it pastries, but it's like cookies and bread. Good stuff, man. Real good to eat when you're having coffee. But we went there, we got some Mexican cookies. Check out these things right here. These are like Mexican like peanuts. They're like coated with some kind of like sweet stuff. Why don't you give me some of those, honey? Why don't you give me some of those? So, hey, hang on, man. I'm driving all crazy. Oh, yeah, they're no good. But anyway, oh yeah, we went and got Kentucky Fried Chicken for dinner. I think we kind of made a mistake because we went at like around 3 o'clock. And the chicken was horrible, man. My mac and cheese wasn't too bad. The biscuits were pretty good. The chicken was horrible. It was like something they cooked in the morning and it was still sitting in there in the heater. Oh well. I never go there again, I can promise you that. When I get home, I'm going to write a really crappy review. Oh. Whoa. But it's nice to have this van like this. Because it's kind of like an RV. Yeah, we've been taking our time all day, just messing around. We have an ice chest with Powerades and water and soda. My wife brought a thermos of coffee with cream in it, so we've been drinking that coffee and just jamming out the music, decorating the grave, having a good old time. I thought I'd do this live video since I wasn't able to make any videos at the cemetery. I gotta say, the wind's blowing pretty hard out here. See that sign, Russell? That's where we live. cattle. That's funny. They raise cattle. They grow the corn and the Milo to feed their cattle. They get their cattle nice and fat. And then right before the winter, they take them to the market.
That's how you get your steak.
That's how you get your steaks and your roast and your hamburger. That's how these farmers make money.
Or anybody over there have hamburgers or a hot dog today?
Beats by Clara says hi. Hey Clara, what's going on? We're going on a drive. Y'all see these tanks over here? See that? I lived in Colorado for a while, and over there they do what they call fracking. I know you guys probably heard of that, where they blast water. They drill down about a half a mile or a mile, and then they blast it with high pressure water and other chemicals, and it breaks up the rocks, and then the oil comes out, and then they pump out the oil. But it's really messing things up over there. They tell you that it doesn't mess anything up, but it really does. People can't even, it messes up the people's water wells. So they can't even raise their livestock because they don't have any water for their cows. I talked to a guy in Colorado that was pretty upset because he said that land had been in their family for about maybe 3 or 4 generations. And the land wasn't any good anymore because all the water was contaminated. And he said, I probably couldn't even sell this land if I practically gave it away. The only good thing about it is those companies give them money. But I don't think it's enough money to ruin your land. Morales. That sounds kind of like Spanish. Is that a Spanish name? Ethan?
Yeah.
Sounds kind of Spanish.
Yeah.
My wife is Spanish. Honey, are you Spanish or Mexican?
Spanish.
Ah, you're Mexican. Come on, Wade.
Hola, amigos.
Hola, amigos. ¿Qué pasa? We are in Kansas, Ethan. We're in Kansas. We're right outside of Russell, Kansas, which is about in the middle of Kansas. We went about 2 miles away from where we live to decorate the graves today. We go every year. And gives us something to do. I mean, we just, like I said, we take our time. We're kind of getting old. We just, like you say, like old farts. We just fart around, man. We're chilling like villains. I would put some music on you for you guys, but YouTube don't like that. It looks cloudy. It's very cloudy. Be careful. Well, it stopped raining. It was raining earlier, but it stopped raining, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's cloudy. It's windy. You can see the wheat blowing in the wind. Kansas is very windy all the time. Hey, what's going on? How are you doing? We get a lot of wind here. In the summertime, it gets really, really hot. Hurricane Valley. You live in Hurricane Valley? Where's that at? Or is that what this is? But if you check out the real estate in Kansas, like out here where we live, the real estate's pretty cheap. You can still buy a nice house for under $100,000. A lot of people don't want to come live out here. Same thing with Oklahoma. Oh man, this dumbass wants to pull up in front of me. But yeah, if you look in some areas, you can get a house real cheap. There's no jobs. There's really nothing out there. I do like living out in Kansas. I mean, having a house with no house payment's nice.
Turn it that way. And show them the sun.
Well, I can't play anything right now, man, because I'm driving. Like I said, I'd put on some, hey, Ricky, what's going on, buddy? We're driving, brother. We're driving home. We got a big RV coming down the highway, man. You see it? Check this guy out. He's been out playing some music. Look at him. Boom. Do you think that guy's a big star? It looks pretty. It looks good. It looks pretty nice right now. I gotta say, it looks pretty nice. But give it a couple of more months. It'll look real ugly. When it starts getting 110 degrees out here and they cut that wheat, he's probably cruising. You got that right, man. He's probably cruising. They probably, there's some lakes out here. And people go out to the lakes for Memorial Weekend. So I imagine he's either on his way to the lake or coming home from the lake. Uh-oh, what happened here? I hit something, man. I messed it all up. I messed it up. I put like some filters on it. We see that town coming up here? That's where we live. Our town is right off of the interstate. Hey, we're going to slow down a little bit. I don't want to get a stupid ticket. Oh, you're in California. We were out there, man. We were out in California in December. When we left California, I told my wife, I don't care if I never go back to California again. There's too many people, man. It's too, like you said, it's too crowded. Too many people. There's a nice little lake. We're going to come over here and hang out on the 4th of July because my wife says I say stupid too much, but my neighbors are stupid. They get as drunk as they can get, and then they shoot these big fireworks off.
I know where's Bellflower.
Do you?
Yeah.
My wife is from California. But this is the little town that we live in. Let me get in this lane over here. This is Russell, Kansas. It's about 5,000. I was gonna say 45. No, there's like 5,000 people. Crazy people. Tell me about it, man. One thing I don't understand about California is why does everyone want to drive so fast, man? What is the big hurry? I got some nephews over there. I guess they'd be my nephews, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're my nephews from my wife's family. They're like in their 20s. And I said, why in the heck does everyone want to drive so fast? And he said, that's just how it is out here, man. You either drive fast or they drive over you. See that big truck? That's what everybody wants to do. That's what everybody wants to drive out here is big pickups. But yeah, it's crazy in California. Way too many people. We lived in Colorado, and it was getting that way in Colorado. There was so many people. The little town that we lived in, about 70,000 people, right up next to the mountains. When they legalized weed, everybody and their brother and their whole family moved there to Colorado from all over the place, and it made it very uncomfortable. You couldn't go into the stores, you literally couldn't go to the restaurant. You go to the restaurant to go eat and there's no place to park. So you know if there's no place to park, that the restaurant is packed. I don't like going into a packed restaurant. You have to sit there and wait for about a half an hour to an hour for a table. Then they try to rush you in and out of there. Oh, look at that tower, guys. They painted that like a couple of years ago. I was watching them up there painting it. Pretty cool. See, here's some guy with a pickup. But yeah, this is the little town we live in. Alright, let's turn this way. We almost home. We left our house about 11:30, I think. My wife tells me to be careful driving. Yeah. We showed her family, my wife's family, we show her videos how the traffic is out here, and they said they wouldn't want to live out here. It's too boring. But we say boring is good, man. Boring is good. Just take it easy and relax a little bit. You see that shed right there? That shop? That thing is full of cars. I mean, nice cars, real nice cars. He's got a Corvette in there. It's about $100,000 car. And he told me, he's an old guy that owns all that stuff. And he told me one day, I stopped and asked him if I could look at the cars. And he said, yeah, come on in and take a look. And he said, you could take that Corvette for a drive if you want. And I said, oh no, I don't think so. Knowing my luck, I'd take that thing out and somebody'd crash into it. He's got a 69 Camaro that's all original. I told him I'd like to drive that Camaro. He said, you could drive it, but it's not that much fun to drive. He said, it don't have no power steering, no power brakes or nothing. I said, yeah, but I'd just still like to drive it because it's a classic car. Guys, see that big shit, that big garage right there? That's where we live. I'm pulling in the driveway here. This is actually an alley, but this is how you get to our garage. right, guys, I'm going to cut it off. Well, thanks for riding home with us. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all later. Tomorrow, I'm going to put on a show for Memorial Day at the hospital. The third floor of the hospital here is a nursing home. So I'm going to play probably like around 1 or 2. And I'll put some videos on later tomorrow. So y'all check me out, man. My theme for this show is going to be rockin' country. All right, y'all. Check you all later, man. Thank you for riding with us. Have a happy Memorial Day.